Good morning, Sabah al-Khair. Your Excellency, the Minister of Culture, Dr. Mohammed Dawood, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors of Argentina, Dr. Mauricio Alice, of Czech Republic, Dr. Michaela Frankova, of Serbia, Mr. Amir Elfi, and of Argentina and Bermuda, Mr. Hanna Akar, the representatives of the ambassadors of Palestine, China, and the United Arab Emirates, former Minister of Culture, Mr. Ghada Hinain, and members of Parliament, Mr. Ziad Hawat, Mr. Simon Abiramia, and Mrs. Dima Jamali. Your Eminence, Monsignor Michel Aoun, and Your Eminence, the Mufti of Jubail, Sheikh Hassan Lais, the Maqam of Jubail, Mrs. Natalie Mirai, and the head of the Maronite League, Namtallah Abi Nasser, Professor Velas, President of AIUTA, distinguished guests from abroad and from Lebanon. Welcome to AUT, and welcome to Byblos, the Alphabet City, and welcome to Lebanon. Byblos gave the world the most precious knowledge through the invention and dissemination of the written alphabet. أهلاً أستاذ هاري سفير. Hari. Yeah. So he's going to speak now. أهل فيك. أهلا وسهلا. So Byblos gave the world the most precious knowledge through the invention and the dissemination of the written alphabet. Our ancestors were the champions of communication and became beacons of openness, tolerance, acceptance of the differences, and never played the role of invaders, but were staunch defenders of their territory and values. Today, our task as educators is to perpetuate this tradition of communication between East and West, promote the tolerance in a region where intolerance seems to prevail, and uphold values conducive to peace. Peace is needed for the social, educational, and cultural development of the human beings to take its full extent. Today, our conference, which groups participants from Asia, Europe, Africa, and the Americas, is an example of what Lebanon has always been, a hospitable land for intercultural communication in harmony and mutual understanding. As to our conference, which is for the universities for the third age around the world, it is good to quote Henry Ford, who said, "Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young." And our mission here with AIUTA is to keep people young through continuous learning and achievement. And this mission is sacred when we think of what our elders have given society and how much they deserve respect in paying them back. I truly believe that age and experience can expand life's possibilities for every member of society. When we disrupt aging and embrace it as something to look forward to instead of something to fear, we can begin to discover our real possibilities for becoming the person we always wanted to be and build a society where all people are valued for who they are and not judged by how old they are. Many of us who battled life through our 20s, 30s, 40s were busy reaching goals of family and career building and money making, and we let go of our hobbies and interests we would have loved to fulfill, often sacrificing them for the benefits of our other goals. Well, it's never too late. Now that goals have been achieved, the third age gives us the best opportunities to fulfill missed interests and hobbies. And it is the right time to enrich our culture because we know well what is missing in it. We know well what we want to discover or explore further as we have the time for it. Third age is the golden age in many respects, and this is why AUT never hesitated to start the university for the third age. That was in March 2017, thanks to Professor Velas's advice. And this side of community service is dear to AUT, and we have pledged to grow this program and serve an ever larger segment of the senior citizens here on campus and on other campuses of AUT as well. As a university in general, our hope is to work hand in hand with local and central government, municipalities, and ministries. We are the think tank, and we are ready to help and provide expertise needed for the development of services. In our community, we can be very useful by responding to local needs and conduct studies and research and provide training for the local workforce in order to keep it up to date in an ever-changing economy. I hereby take advantage of the presence of our Member of Parliament to once again call for more collaboration between the public and the private sector. We send the same message to our Minister of Culture and extend a helping hand to projects where academic expertise is needed. And we are happy that our Minister of Culture is with us here today, showing support to the third age, education and culture, supporting to senior citizens that deserve so much, as they are people of wisdom, experience, and care, who gave us so much of their time and effort and health. It is time for us to give back. We do hope that initiatives comes from public sector that can make the third age a more comfortable age than it is now and more rewarding one. We urge municipalities to encourage their senior citizens to join our programs, as this is the way to make their free time a lot more meaningful. And allow me to thank our senior students who gave us their trust, and thank AIUTA and its president, Professor Francois Velas, and the delegates that have come all the way from China, Canada, Costa Rica, Slovakia, Italy, Spain, France, Russia, and the UK, thereby showing trust in Lebanon and in AUT. I wish you all, dear ladies and gentlemen, a successful conference, and once again, I thank our speakers of parliament, the members of parliament, Ziad Hawad, Simon Abiramia, Argentinian ambassador, Croatian ambassador, and His Excellency, the Minister of Culture, Dr. Mohammed Dawood. Thank you very much.